Just stopping in for a really quick video and going to talk about the PC build, where we are in it, and what's happening, what I've learned, some headaches in it that are pretty big headaches, and just how it's going, especially for fellow noobs out there that are maybe looking to start their journey or whatnot into building a PC. I just want to share it with you all. I know it's been a little while since I made the last video, but yeah, everything's taken up so much time. I mean, just to go to Micro Center to talk to people there and everything is like, an hour and a half journey due to traffic and everything. So that's both directions combined. So it takes a lot of time from the day, and then you're there and you're waiting to be able to talk to them and everything. So, there's been a lot of things just holding me up, and with the holidays coming, it's just been taking up a lot of time. I don't know if there will be another video before the end of the year though at this pace, because now with the holidays coming up and everything, I don't know. So I'll let you know. Definitely join me on Instagram and Twitter if you want. I also share the weight loss journey there, down to 222 pounds. Just to remind you, we started at 280 pounds around there, So it's been going amazing. I'm feeling great. It's just awesome. So if you would, come join me on Instagram, especially Twitter as well. I post all updates there outside of the channel. I try and post on YouTube when possible, but it doesn't seem like anyone ever sees those posts, so I figure Instagram and Twitter is best. All right, so all that out of the way, let's talk about the PC journey. Let's switch the scene. There we go. All right, so update. Last time I was talking about the memory, and I do have a nice update for you with the memory. Bam! That's right. We got ourselves some memory. The only downside, though, is with the motherboard I'm looking to get. I should stop shaking these. The motherboard I'm looking to get, though, it only mentions this one in the QVL, the qualified vendor list that motherboards give you. It doesn't mention this one. So I'm not 100% sure if this one will work, but I have enough time to return it. I have until like January 30th to return it. So that's a good thing. But I got these things crazy cheap due to the Black Friday sales, but they came in not that long ago. So that's update. Memory, we're good. That's a C drive. This is going to be my C drive, the 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte for the games. It should be more than enough. Right now I have 500 gig for my C drive, 500 gig for my game drive, and then 5 terabyte for my, videos and everything. So this is going to be a big update. I'll probably take the 5 terabyte over to my new rig, since this rig's going to my brother, like I mentioned. So because they don't have a computer, they're using like tablets and stuff right now. So I feel like that's terrible. Let me give him this computer. I'll put in my old video card back in. It's a Titan Black. More than enough for if he does even decide to game, like Fortnite and whatnot. This computer is more than enough for that, but for like video creation and everything, the processor is getting really old, and it's just, that's why I'm not making too many videos right now. It does take a lot of time to edit a video, so much buffering, so many headaches with it. It just, even to like then encode the videos at the end of it, it's just a whole process. It's adding hours onto something, and I'd like to do better quality videos, shorter videos with more editing, like I was doing with the Fortnite videos, and those videos took me like days to finish, so I'd rather have more time recording, than the time of editing. So I felt that, since I have the money, I saved up the money, it's time to do a computer upgrade, give this computer to my brother. 2 birds with 1 stone. Him and his wife will have a computer that they can use, for work and everything, and I'll have an updated computer for everything else. I also, great news, I got the 3950X. I was able to buy it from Newegg just the other day. It's going to be on the way soon. But that was a major thing holding me back all this time, was I didn't want to start buying parts for the computer without really having the CPU, which is like the most important part, especially since a lot of these things don't have a 30-day return policy. A lot of them have like a 15-day return policy. So I was really waiting to get my hands on the processor to really dig in and start ordering these parts, and then I can start working on how to film the build of it. I don't want to take this room apart to put together the computer, because then what I'm going to edit the video on, because putting together the computer is going to take a few days, and then I got the holidays coming up. Can I finish it before the holidays? I don't want to have a half-built computer sitting on, this table, during that time, because we'll probably have the family here, and everything. So there's like a whole bunch of like, I don't know what to do going on with all that. So I got the processor. I have until January 30th to return that, I believe, due to the holiday return stuff. And these, one of the 1 terabyte one I got from Corsair itself, like at a crazy discount. I didn't check what the return is on that, but the other one I got from Best Buy, and I have until January 30th for that. And the 2 terabyte is the one that I don't know if it works with the motherboard yet. So at least, like, I have time to, like, return that and rectify the situation. All right, so let's switch this. So I was thinking about getting the Obsidian 500D Corsair case, like I was mentioning in the other video, but I was able to go to Micro Center. I've gone to Micro Center a few times already. Like, it takes me an hour and a half to get there and back combined. Like, it just really, like, hampers my day, especially with, like, the workout I do every day and everything that I'm doing towards that, the healthy side of my life. It definitely has made it hard, but so I went there and measured across, since I have the Strix graphics card, the 2080 Strix. It's about 12 inches. So it comes out to like about here. And that's not enough room, as you can see, for fans and a radiator, and then the water reservoir for the Corsair Hydro X that I'm looking to get to fit into this case. So it kind of has just knocked the Corsair case and pretty much all of the Corsair cases out of the running, because I can't fit my video card, their actual water cooling that they themselves make with their fans that they themselves make into the case that they themselves make, which doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why there isn't like this is the 500D. Why isn't there a 750D, a full-size case instead of a mid-tower case, so that you can actually fit the things that they're going to freaking sell you in the first place? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I know people will say, well, the mid-tower case is for, like, reference video cards, especially if you're going to water cool it. Why are you going to buy a Strix to do that? Well, I already owned the Strix. I had the Strix before I ever had this idea of building a new computer in the first place, but why not have an option for the people that maybe have that already? It's just, to me, it doesn't make sense. A lot of times I feel when people build computers, they're using parts they already have. And usually a lot of time with gamers, the first thing to get updated, what? The graphics card, right? Because the graphics card you could use with a lot older CPUs, right? Maybe you're upgrading you're replacing your memory, but the first thing I think especially with gamers, to get replaced is the graphics card, and to usually, hopefully, something wild and crazy like a Strix or something, or the equivalents in EVGA and stuff like that have like 3 fans on it and everything, because you're trying to maximize your frame rate and everything. So it's like, why not cater to those customers who are probably the majority of the people? Instead, you're going towards a customer that's building from the case up. You know what I'm saying? The person who's building from the case up and's like, oh, I don't want to get a Strix because I'm going to get the water cooling with the Hydro X and everything. I'm building from scratch. Those people are Linus and Jay's 2 Cents and Gamers Nexus, the people who can afford to keep on buying things. The actual gamer that's like, you know what, I'm looking to build a new PC. I'd like to get a new case. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to get this Hydro X thing. They probably already have a video card from their old computer they're moving over, hard drives that they're moving over, all this other stuff. And this case, just due to size, doesn't fit. So I'm thinking about getting the Thermaltake View 71 RGB. These names are crazy long. When I was at Micro Center, I went in and was able to actually measure the inside of this case. And as you can see, even in this picture, I believe that's a Strix there. Looks a lot like it. And you can see that's an ATX board, because the eATX seems to go over the grommets there on the side. But, the Strix fitting in there, those are 120 millimeter fans probably. So you can see there's plenty of room there for like a water reservoir and then radiator. And you can see the fans are on the outside of the case. I could even do a push-pull with fans with a radiator there, water reservoir, and the frickin' GPU there fitting really well, all nice and dandy, even though it does have nice glass look, because that's one of the reasons why I was liking I like the real pristine look of the 500D. This one doesn't really have that, excuse me, doesn't really have that, but it'll do. It's at least got the glass. I do like the glass. It has glass on all sides, top, front, back, and well, technically front. All sides. Got dust filters on it. It's got everything you could possibly need on it. And it does even have in the back, I could put my hard drive back there, so I could take these hard drive bays that you're seeing in some of the pictures out, and I can mount the fans in there to go back to the area where the hard drives are. If I wanted to, I could fit that one hard drive there, since I have the two M.2 drives and I'm only going to get one other hard drive. I could probably open this up, have fans come through this side, and kind of deal with any type of cooling needs for, I guess, maybe the hard drive, which I hear really isn't a thing at all. But I could do it that way. It can look cool. It kind of is solving everything that was the worry with Corsair stuff, pretty smoothly. So I'm looking to get this. It does have the vertical mount for the GPU. It even has you see this little support here for the vertically mounted GPU, so you get less sag that way. One thing, though, I do notice about it that I don't really like is you can see this part here. So the vertically mount support here has this little PCI riser thing attached to it, and it's just so visible. So I'm not a fan of that look. I'd rather it be much more minimal, but I'm guessing I could probably get a cable that'll be smaller than what's seen there. Hopefully I can, because that just looks to me horrible. Looks very horrible to me. But at least I can get the vertically mounted GPU, since the Hydro X, it looks so stunning when it's vertically mounted. Might as well. And the case looks okay. I mean, it's not. I'm still looking. If you know of one that has space like this, that might look a little bit better. I don't like all of this stuff here on the sides. I don't like the kind of angular corners. I like the real cleanness of the 500D. I think it's a very, very beautiful case. A very, it's just very stunning. I like the way the doors just open up, instead of having to use a screw for the swing arm. This case, though, it is nice. It is nice. But all right, on to the next thing, though. Memory. This has been my massive delays coming from memory right now. I would have all the parts ordered if it wasn't for the RAM. Not memory, the RAM. This is the hardest thing. As you can see, this is the G.Skill Trident Z Neo. This is, so far from what I'm finding out, 3600 with CL16 is the best memory for Ryzen. From everything I'm finding out and researching, it's the best for Ryzen, and then the best for Ryzen timing is the closer the timings are together with the CL blah blah blah. It apparently works the best, and is the most stable and blah blah blah, and go overclock the CPU or something. So CL16 16 16 36 is a beast mode RAM. I would rather have the Corsair Dominator, like I was mentioning in the last video. And everything I'm finding out, too, also you have to get 2 sticks instead of 4, because 4 apparently there's, it doesn't work as good or something. But I can't find any 32 gigs like you could see here with Dominator and 2 sticks, with even close timing. You can find 16, 18, 18, 36 in the 16 gigs, but at 32 gigs, apparently, it's just, I can't find it anywhere. So if I can't get the Trident Z Neo anytime soon, I'm going to then settle for 16 gigabytes of RAM, because that's what I have right now in this computer, and it seems to work out fine. I'll get the Dominator RAM here, because 1618, from what I can see online, seems to be close, a nominal difference between the 1616 RAM. But I do find that tests I see, the Neo, Trident Z Neo, is the top of the line. Top of the line. I don't like the look of it. I think it looks like something from 1980s. And granted, I was born in that era, and I do like a lot of things from 1980s. I just don't think this really fits my build. you know, for what I'm looking for, but I'd rather performance over the look, and it's just RAM, you know. Also, with the Corsair Dominator, I can get dummy sticks to fill in the other 2 slots of memory. It won't actually be RAM, but it'll just look like it, and it'll light up and everything. Whereas the Try and Z Neo, I've not seen any dummy sticks for it to fill in those slots, and like that's kind of let down too. But that's a massive delay. I've decided on getting the Strix motherboard, as you can see here. What people mention online, though, one of the complaints is that it only has 2 M.2 drives. But for my build, I mean, like I said, I've got these two drives here, C drive, D drive, and then my E drive is going to be a regular hard drive. So I don't need more than 2, M.2 slots on the motherboard. And I don't plan on adding any more in the future. I think 1 terabyte and 2 terabytes is going to be more than enough for a C drive and D drive for me. But at least I'll have the upside of having the M.2, Gen 4 drives on here, for those 2 things, especially for gaming and my C drive, my operating system and everything. So I'm pretty happy with this board. It seems to be one of the best that's out there. It has more than enough USB ports for me. I do need quite a lot for my, I got my webcam here, my mouse, my keyboard, my Logitech G13 keyboard, my audio interface. What else I got plugged into it? My Stream Deck, I've got more than enough here. I've got just enough, pretty much. Mouse, keyboard, other keyboard, webcam, audio interface, Stream Deck, and I think I got 1 extra. My controller. But you know what? Since I'll have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, I could just use my Xbox controller with it, and bada bing, problem solved. So I don't even need that extra USB. But hey, maybe I could put an external drive in there. But yeah, so this is where it's at for me. And it even has a Type-C port on there. So I'm pretty solid on that. I've got the memory there. This is the current power supply I have in my rig right now. If anyone knows, there's I don't know if I'll have enough ports in it for what I'm trying to build. So that's the next thing I'm going to do research on, but that's pretty much everything. With the build right now. I'm going to try and keep it on 20 minutes here. I'm sorry. But yeah, so we'll be back. I don't know when we'll be back because, just the whole build and everything. And I want to film it. I think I want to film it in the other room. But with the holiday coming up and everything, I don't know if I'd be able to build it in the other room and have everything done in time before the holiday. So I might have to do the build after the holiday. So I'm thinking about just taking, a few weeks off here. And then I'll have the videos up, by, the first day of January or whatnot. And just take a little bit of vacation at the end of the year here. There's a lot more I need to do research on and everything. I might do like another update video with what's happening up to that point. But yeah, I really want to get back into the gaming videos and everything, but it just takes up so much time to edit those videos. And now that I'm doing this weight loss journey and it's so important to my life, losing the weight and everything, but it takes up a lot of time to do the workouts and to cook the foods and everything, that I don't have the time that it takes really to do justice to making edited gaming videos right now with the time it takes me to do it on this computer. But I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I think, so take some time off, do more research on this computer build, because I only got one chance at building this computer. I have enough money to buy these parts I'm mentioning, but then that's it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I got to get it right. I got to do it right. And, this is going to be something I want to last for 5-10 years, that I think it's like, I want to take my time on it. All right, though. I've rambled on enough. Thank you for sitting through if you got through this far. I really appreciate it. I do miss you all. But please do join me on Instagram and Twitter. If you start up the weight loss journey too, please do. Come along with me on it. Look forward to hearing from you all. Let me know what you think about this stuff and everything. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.